Over 5,000 people are illegally using the Starlink service in Zimbabwe. This was revealed by IMC Communications. The company awarded a contract to distribute Starlink in Zimbabwe. Managing Director in an exclusive interview with ZTN Prime on Beyond the Dollar, Denny Marandure, said locals are smuggling the equipment from Zambia. Marandure said the retail price for a single gadget will be around $450.
We want to do things the proper way. You know, cutting shortcuts can be very costly in the long term. The reason why I've interacted with a lot of people, and even when I met with the DG, he acknowledged, we know there's over 5,000 Starlink people here. So when you smuggle equipment like that, price is going to be very high because they are putting on their own extra charges, and they realize there's no supplier here who's legally authorized to supply it, besides us now that we're given the license.
All right, let's assess what's happening right now. So obviously Starlink was not here yet, but it's obviously beaming out there because the satellites are up in space. So you could get a Zambian kit, Starlink kit, bring it across into Zimbabwe, sell it for whatever price you wanted, which was like $800-900 or whatever, $1,000. People were buying it, and then they were linking into the Zambia network. Okay, you could then link into Starlink. So 5,000 plus illegal decoders or units, kits are here in Zimbabwe. Now, when the Starlink is finally given a license by the government, remember, Starlink gets a license from the government, not IMC. IMC is just the official distributor or agent of Starlink in Zimbabwe. It's Starlink that gets a license, okay? So once they've got that license, those 5,000 kits, of course, hopefully will be migrated onto the Zimbabwean network. But more importantly, it also means that you start getting the kits at the right price directly from the supplier, which in this case will be IMC. But there is an issue, of course. When I talked to Denny in that interview, as I said, please watch the interview, ZTN Prime, Beyond the Dollar on YouTube. And also it's on the Facebook page as well, Zim Papers TV Network. When I spoke to him about these sort of issues as well, it was clear that a kit coming directly from IMC will cost between $400 and $500 and $50 a month, roughly, in terms of unlimited broadband. Now compare that to other service providers. It could be as high as $300 to $400 for unlimited broadband. Okay. But what it does mean, of course, which is great news. This is good news for consumers because let the elephants fight and the mice will run away. Okay, why? Because obviously there's something happening in the telecoms industry. Starlink's coming in. They've got the big boys in telecoms who they're going to have to take on to get market share, which is fantastic. But who benefits? The consumers. Why? Because our prices are going down. Can you imagine paying $50 a month for unlimited broadband? Now, also, don't forget, you can technically allow 10 to 15 people to log in. Obviously, it's not secure because you have to give them your password. But technically, you can. For example, you could be in a village, say in Mzarabani, for example, okay? And you could set up a community center there, put in a Starlink, so the youth and everyone can come to the community center, they can read library books, they can study there, all in one place. So it's not necessarily having individual relatives in Kumusha having Starlink. It could be one center, village centers, school centers. But I think one thing I really urge is for corporates to start seeing whether they can buy the kits and the subscriptions for schools, rural schools. I think that will make such a huge difference. In fact, if we can get internet to everybody in this country cheaply, okay, you'll see the impact on gross domestic product. You'll see the impact on productivity.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.